And we are live. It is Friday, August 11th at 4 o'clock. We are just live and we are going to take a look at the stock market today. We are going to take a look at Tesla, Rivian, Xpeng, NIO, Palantir, Nvidia, the stock indices, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ripple. Do we want to make money or what? Yes, we do. So let me just get right into it and I'll look at the comments after I've gone through my list right here. So Tesla closed down $2.78, 1.13%, closed at 242.56. Post market, well, we are pretty much even, Steven, because, you know, it's been only 45 seconds since we closed. So let's look at what we have here on the chart. So, yeah. This cannot get more precise. You know, I'm sorry to say this, but in terms of technical analysis, it cannot get more precise than this. Look at our double resistance, double support that we had. We had a first support at 240.89, a second support at 238.11. And what is the low of today? What is the low of today? 238.2 cents. So we are 9 cents off the low of the day. So this is what Tesla did. It just went and paused right down to our support. It's as if the stock is obeying our lines. This is fantastic to see. So we came that low and then we came back up, and look at the high. Look at the high of the day. The high of the day was at 243.79, and look at where this high fits. It fits perfectly on our first downward resistance. So, you know, the stock is really behaving according to our lines. So our lines are pretty good. But the stock is still undecided. The stock is still undecided. Anything above 238.11 means that the buyers are still there and they are propping the stock up above 238.11. And we have, at the same time, we have some seller resistance. So the sellers are just right here. Just right here. They are there and they are pushing the price down. So Tesla is being squeezed between the buyers and the sellers. And we did not have a resolution this week as to who is going to win this round. We had said yesterday that if Tesla had gone lower than 238.11, then this would have meant that the sellers have won the round, and this would have started a new pattern in Tesla, a new downward pattern in Tesla, and then we could have decided to short that one here or to buy some puts. If Tesla had stayed above 238 but broken the two downward resistance that we have right here, then this would have meant that this descent that has started since July 20th would have been over. So the descent is not over and the support is not over. So next week we are for sure going to get a resolution in this, but it's not this week. Let me clear my nice drawings a little bit, and let's take a look at the 1 hour chart a little bit to understand more how this day happened. So the first candle of the day is this one right here. So here on the 1 hour chart, each candle equals 1 hour. So we opened lower than our double. Let me see. No, we opened just a little bit lower than this support at 241.27. This is and the first and the low of the day happened during the first hour. So during the first hour, we went and touched 238.11. The second hour did not look much better, but then on the third hour, we saw that we have a green candle and we started to pick back up a little bit. But, you know, for the next 4 hours, we started to make higher lows and higher highs. You know, this is a little bit of a bullish channel. But now on this, you know, on this last candle, this is a red candle, and this is resting on an intraday support at 242.05. So basically, yeah, we cannot gather much from this. Stochastic is still at 32 on the 1 hour chart. So even on the 1 hour chart, we don't see any bullish move. Let's go back on the daily chart. Let's look at our indicators. So we have stochastic at 7, and we know we need stochastic at 60 to even consider getting back into any stock. So this one, we are not going to get back into this very soon on the daily chart, and even on the 1 hour chart, there's no stochastic there. So you know it's more risky if you want to get back in right now. It's possible that it can work, but it's riskier. MACD, we have the 2 lines of MACD that are below 0 right now. So we have lost the only green thumb up that we had in terms of our indicators. So now I'm obliged to put this second thumb, red thumb down. So basically, all of our indicators are just turning bearish. So this is quite risky for Tesla. If we lose on the daily chart next week, 238.11, if we close lower than 238.11, this is going to mean that the floodgates have been opened and Tesla is going to go further down. The first stop that Tesla can be stopping at is 217.90, which is a number that was used in February 16th of this year. So this is the first stop that we can see. We could be having a pullback, and if we still are under the 2 double resistance, then the next stop is going to be, of course, this bullish channel support. And this bullish channel support, depending on when we are going to hit it, we could be talking about just above $200, or we could be talking about 210. So this is what is in stock for next week for Tesla. We have some numbers to check, and if those numbers are broken, then it means that the floodgates are open, and when the floodgates are open, this is when we decide to join the parade and we ride the wave. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX is coming down, so this is going to help the stock market as a whole. We are down 0.90, that's 5.68%. Close at 1494, and our stochastic was above 60 for VIX. It has been above 60 since August 2nd. When stochastic is above 60 in any instrument that you are looking at, stocks, indices, blah, 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 then this is an indication that there is a bullish trend. Now the bullish trend seems to have ended for the VIX, so this is good news for the stock market. We are still above support at 1495. Is it the right number? 1485. So we are still above 1485, and supports are more important than our technical indicators. So we'll see what is going to happen next week about this. But we see a little bit of a downtrend right here. You know, we are making lower highs a little bit right here. You know, this is the pattern that we see. So maybe this week is maybe next week is going to we are going to see some recovery in the stock market. Let's take a look at Rivian. So Rivian is down 34 cents, 1.53%, closed at 21.58. Post market, we seem to be up by 1 cent. So you know, after having lost 23.59, we are just going to observe where this stock is going to go. So nobody knows what is going to happen with the stock, but what we know is that we are in a downtrend. So far, we are bouncing on our bullish channel upper support. We seem to be bouncing on this. We don't have stochastic over 60, so we don't know if this is going to hold, but for sure, this is not the time to get into Rivian now. We don't buy into a stock that is into a downtrend, because that would be buying high. And the concept is to buy low and sell high, not buy high and then sell even higher after 5 years or 3 years or 3 months. So we don't have time to lose. So we are just going to be very efficient as to when we are going to get into a stock and when we are going to get out of it. Xpeng down 50 cents, 2.98%, closed at 16.28. Post market, we seem to be up by 4 cents. So this is continuing down. We have no stochastic over 60, so this means that, you know, there's no strength in that stock. We are just going down, down. We could be stopping at 15.23. That's a possibility. We could be stopping right here. So let's just look at it going down and then apply our de-risking criteria that are going to tell us when it is time to buy. But for sure, this is not the time to buy. You can buy at any point. You can buy at any time, but right now this is the riskiest time to buy for Tesla, Rivian, Xpeng, and let's look at NIO. So NIO is down also 35 cents, 2.64%, closed at 12.90. Post market we are up by 2 cents. And well, this one is just the same. Again, it's falling down, falling down, falling down. So we lost support. Well, today we have lost our support today. Support at 13.25. The buyers are not there anymore. The sellers are taking over. And when the sellers are taking over for a significant amount of time, then we should also get out ourselves because we don't want to be cut in a back current. So right now, let's just let this one go down. We could be coming back down to 11.31. That's a real possibility. And that's a double possibility because this is our support right here. And this is also our support right here. So, you know, this would be a double support kind of thing. And that would give us a better opportunity to get back into that one. So nothing we can do with NIO so far. Palantir, this is just even Steven, last stochastic over 60. And we are stabilizing at 15 bucks. So maybe that's the good news. We are still in a downtrend with Palantir. You know, if you draw a line from the last top, and you do it like this. So this is the current rate of descent for Palantir. And each time we have a resistance line or support line, we can draw the corresponding trend line. So then we have a channel. We have a channel and stocks move in channel. And look at how perfectly it was following the channel here. Following. And now it wants to go on the other side, on the support side of the channel. But before that, well, after having touched this here, now it is stabilizing at 15 bucks. Stabilizing at 15 bucks. So let's see if that is going to hold. And at the end of this list of stock, I will tell you about my checklist to know when to buy a stock. So that's for Palantir. Let's take a look at Nvidia. So Nvidia is falling. So we are down 15 bucks and 33 cents, 3.62%, closed at 408.55, and post market we are down further 28 cents. So this is what happened. This is a good example. We have a downward channel right here, and we bounced on that downward channel once, twice, 3 times, and then we broke it. So when I talk about a break in support, this was support. The buyers were here and we're pushing the stock back up. The buyers were here, here, and here, and they disappeared right here on Wednesday. They have disappeared. They disappeared. So if they are not there, it means that the sellers are winning and pushing the stock down. So this is what's happening. The floodgates have been opened because the buyers were not pushing against the fence anymore, and they just let the sellers in. And now we are just going to be able to observe the damage. We could short this too. Each time we have a break in support, we can consider doing a short or buying a put. So this is your own decision. I'm here to tell you what's happening with the trend lines for these stocks that I'm talking about. So let's take a look briefly now, a bit more quickly at the stock indices. So we have a QQQ coming down a little bit. We are down 0.64%. We are still in the bullish channel, but we are getting outside of the downward channel. You know, you see, we are getting lower faster. This is not looking good, but so far we are still above the support right here, so we cannot conclude anything. And you know, I would not be shorting that one before we also break 357.63. Let me put it a little bit darker or lighter, like this. So, you know, it's possible that we come back here and then it would not be so bad, because it would be possible that we bounce back on 377, on 357. But if we break that, then it will not be looking as good. Then we could be seeing 338 soon. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. So Dow Jones is up 0.3%. It's stabilizing at 35,112. Look at this. You know, I cannot make this up. It's stabilizing there. It does not want to go lower than that number. So that number is really important. At the same time, we have a downward channel a little bit. So many stocks have the same pattern, as you see it. Many stocks have the same pattern. So this one is undecided also. So if it breaks 35,112, then the floodgates are going to be open, and then the next stop is going to be 34,589. If it continues straight horizontally, then it means that it stopped going down. S&P 500 down 0.11 cents. So this one is it's still closed above 44.54, so it still has some stamina a little bit. But if I look at stochastic, it's only at 12, so I would be scared a little bit. And Nasdaq is continuing. I'm gonna call it its plunge. So it's down 0.68%, closed at 13,644. So again, the same principle. If you can identify where are the channels that the stock is using, and when you have a break of those channels, this is a potential buy signal. You need to have stochastic lower than 60 if you want to short, and higher than 60 if you want to buy. But any break of these lines is a signal that something has changed, that the pattern the stock was in, like this downward channel, the pattern has been broken. This is the time to act if you want to. Let's take a look at gold. So gold is up 2 cents, 0.13%, but basically this is a downward channel that gold is in. So let's just stay put and watch it go down. Silver, let me clean this up a little bit. So silver, we were into a bullish channel right here, bullish channel. We got outside of it. And then we said, okay, if it stays above 8, we are going to give it a chance. It stayed above 8 for 2 days, and then boom, it dropped. So that could have been there a shorting opportunity, and we don't know until when it's going to stop so far. So don't touch that with the 10-foot pole. So there's not many stocks to get into right now. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just going sideways, and stochastic, as I said yesterday, stochastic is climbing. It's climbing a little bit. We don't have it over 60 yet, so that would be a requirement to get back into it. Also, we would need to break 29,838. So remember that number. If Bitcoin goes higher than 29,838, then this is a buy signal if you want to use it. Ripple is down a little bit. We are at 0.63 cents, so we lost that support that we had at 64 cents. This was a support in the past. So 64 cents is a support that we just lost. But we are just right underneath it. So yeah, nothing to do here. We should be, we should wait until at least 66 cents and stochastic over 60. And last but not least, let's take a look at the US dollar. The US dollar is having a great run. So it came pretty low right here in July, in mid-July. It started to go up, but we were not sure that this was not just a pullback, because we had this big downward channel that prevented it in the past from going higher. So this could have happened right here. It did not because we broke it. And then we got stochastic over 60. So effectively, this was a buy signal for the US dollar right here. So there we have it. We have covered all of the stocks that we have to look at. Let me briefly talk to you about a little tool that I created to help you. Basically, this is a checklist that is going to help you understand when a stock has been de-risked for getting long into it. So this is a tool that will be available at my Tesla Weekly Live member tier. So I have a tier where I do a live on Sunday, and this live is a lot longer, and we interact on this live. So you need to be a member to get on with this live. And when you are going to subscribe for that live as the Tesla Weekly Live, I think it's called tier, then you will also get access to this tool, which is going to tell you the criteria that we care about on this channel in order to buy a stock. So we have the R1 and R2, which are resistance. S1 and S2 are supports. L1 and L2 are lows. And basically what we are waiting for is that we are waiting for, a stochastic over 60. This is something, well, let me just go into preview mode. So we need to have stochastic over 60. We need to ask ourselves, have we broken outside of our bearish resistance? What is the stock that we are looking at right now? If you enter your email, you are going to get all of the answers that you are entering right here. You are going to get a copy of those answers in your email box, so that if you buy something, then you will have in reference why you bought it, because it had this characteristic, this characteristic. Did it close above H1, which is the horizontal resistance? Are there two previous lows in the past? Blah, blah, blah. And as you tick those criteria, then you will get a probability of a move. So the probability of a move can go up and down depending on what you are checking right here. And as I said, when you are finished, you do send, and then boom, this has been sent to your email. And also, let me tell you that, okay, let me just clean this up a second. So let me tell you that on top of that, if you want to have and use TradingView, I have a affiliate link in my description, and there's a tier. If you become a YouTube member of this channel, there's a tier in which you can get those lines in your TradingView account. So I am sharing, I don't know if I can show you here, but I am sharing, I guess I cannot show you, but I am sharing, here, share list. So I am sharing this list. Okay, sorry, my picture is in the way. Something like this. So so I am sharing this list so that you can copy the lines I have here for Tesla, the VIX, Rivian, for all of the stocks I have here. You can copy those lines and have them in your own TradingView account. So then this is easier than coming to my video all the time. So this is a possibility here. So great. So let me go through the comments before signing off for the weekend. Gap fill at 235 Tesla gap fill. I'm not too fond of gaps. They don't have to all be filled, but maybe this is a possibility that we go and fill it. But I just find very interesting that we stopped at 238.11 and we did not go fill the gap today, even though we were so close. So this is an example where supports are more important than gaps, because the gap was just right there, $3 away. It was $3 away, but no, the support is more important. So This is why I don't look at gaps that much. If the stock is going down, if it's going down and if it's into a downtrend, yes, it might be filling some gaps along the way, but I don't think a stock is going down just to fill the gaps. I don't think that. If it comes down, it's because there's less people buying and more people selling, and I don't think that less people buy and more people sell only because there is a gap that we need to fill. So, oh no, I will sell my stock that is going up because it needs to fill a gap. No, nobody does that. If it goes up, you keep pocketing the money on paper and then you can decide to sell. So this is my take on gaps. We need to be careful about gaps. So we have Tesla Terra here that says I sold a bunch of 260 calls for next Friday. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yes, that's pretty good. So yeah, I think you have some chance of being safe. Why 265 and not 270? Because it was just right there. This is another resistance. So that's the only comment I'm gonna say, but I think that sounds good. Yeah, Tim, buy low and sell high. Yeah, I'm just I say that we need to buy low and sell high because I don't believe in dollar cost averaging. Some people do it, and that's fine. But if you dollar cost average into a downtrend, you are buying high, because a downtrend means that the stock is continuing lower. This is the trend. This is the direction. The direction is down. So if you dollar cost average, you are buying high. And because you bought high and not low, then you will need to wait until it goes a lot higher or as high as where you bought in order to just break even. So if you started to dollar cost average in March of 2022, you might have to wait until January 2024. So almost 2 years. 2 years to recoup. So if you are okay with this, who am I to tell you what to do? I'm nobody. But myself, I don't do that. I don't do that because when a stock is in a downtrend, it's going down. So we should stop the buying. We could, if you have some stocks, you could decide to sell. I think that's the best strategy in my opinion. At the least, you can hold and not pour money back into that stock, because even with a great stock like Tesla, dollar cost averaging into it could have been catastrophic, because Elon Musk said it himself during the ramp up of the Model 3. He said we almost went bankrupt. So people that were dollar cost averaging at that time, they could have lost a lot, if not everything. So yeah, there is a danger in dollar cost averaging into a downtrend. If you are into an uptrend, sure. So see here, since March of 2020, Tesla has been going up. So if you want to dollar cost average here, be my guest. Even here, okay, this is a bit of a downturn that lasted a couple of months, but at least we were into a big uptrend. So, dollar cost averaging into an uptrend makes sense, but in my opinion, it does not make sense in a downtrend. SC Python, since you covered Chinese EV, could you include Li Auto? Yes, okay. I need to limit the number of stocks I do. If not, I'm going to be spending an hour each day reviewing them. So this is something I'll consider. I am trying to find stocks that have a great potential right now. Tesla is separate, because Tesla, I think it's such a great stock that I will cover it all the time. But all of the other stocks, we need to have a short-term potential that this is going to move. And so this is the criteria I am using. So I am welcoming the suggestions, you know, cover this and cover that. So I'm going to look at it and decide if I do it. So, well, welcome, SC Python, Danny. Tesla close above 140.89. Not sure what you mean, 140.89. It's at 242 right now. Okay. Okay, Tesla Theta. Okay, so 270 had a lower premium than 265. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, well, you are the best. You are the best. Lots of gamma blocking. Tesla past 250 next week. 260 seems safe. Okay, thank you for that information. I picked less premium instead of taking. Sure. You know what you are doing. You know what you are doing. So great. So thank you very much, guys. So if you want to see me every day of the week reviewing the stocks that we just did, you can just subscribe. This is free. If you want to also attend the weekly lives on Sunday, where we are looking at the weekly technical chart, which is giving us a broader outlook on what is going to come in the coming weeks, you can join. There is a specific tier for this. So I'm going to wish you a great weekend. If you are a member, we are going to talk on Sunday. If not, we are going to talk on Monday. So have a great weekend, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.